Hey guys, how's it going? Running here and welcome you guys to week 2 of PTL Season 6 Division 3. I'm Brandon, your coach of Portsmeowth. We're here after a very close 1-0 defeat week 1 to Hacker and his St. Louis Chattots. But we are here for week 2 to face Max and his Delhi Dragonites. Max's team, let me run this down. A very hyper-offensive team we're facing this week. We got Darmanitan Gala, Mega Aero, Kamoa, Primarina, Entei, Krook, Metagross, Voltund, Blossom, Kamala, and Haunter. So some really big threats in there. Obviously, Darmanitan can be a real big pain in the ass. It hits really hard. Mega Aero is like base 150 speed, so it's really, really quick. It's really hitting hard. Kamoa, I've been 6-0'd by Kamoa in the past, so I know that thing's a threat. Primarina is slept on as a huge threat. Entei just hurts things. Krook, late game Scarf Sweeper. Metagross, Autotomized Weakness Policy, runs through things. Voltund is slept on, can really do some damage if you let it. Blossom, also slept on. Quiver Dance, Sap Sipper can be a real big pain in the ass. Kamala, nice Wish Passer. Rapid Spinner as well. And Haunter is also slept on as a Specs user. Base 95 speed, Specs Haunter really can do some damage. So this week, my game plan looking into the team was he's very weak to hazards, and late game my hard hitters like Swampert and Barraskewda and Heliolisk just can do a lot of damage. Darm, if I've got spikes and rocks up, really just doesn't want to chip in, and he's not going to be heavy duty boots on Darm because he wants that thing to be aggressive. The team he brings is above me, but I'll still talk about his other ones as well. Mega Aero was the team he brought. Blossom I was expecting, Darm I was expecting. The only one I wasn't expecting on this was Mega Aero. I was expecting something like the Metagross. Maybe even the Kamala. Maybe even Krook because of Melmetal. Because Krook, although I've got a rain team, I don't appreciate knockoff. And if Krook can get some knockoffs in, I really struggle to do stuff. Mega Aero sort of just didn't really do much. Like, he can't touch Heliolisk really well. Like, Helios switches in on him and he can click. I don't know if it probably does get Earthquake, but like, I've got better switch-ins. Klefki, again, it needs Earthquake. Roserade, Aerial Ace, okay, does damage. But in the rain, it just loses to Swampert and Barraskewda. Because I outspeed and it just dies. Unless he brings it as his defogger. Kamoa is the reason I got Klefki. Roserade is also there. Did I put Dazzling Gleam on Roserade? I can't remember if this is I don't think that was the correct set. Once again, if you guys are watching this, I've already done this battle. We're on week 3. I didn't know I was going to be recording these, so I deleted the teams. This is just rough. That's correct. Pelipper's correct. I think Roserade is right. I think I had Dazzling Gleam on Roserade. Klefki's correct. That Swampert's correct. And the Heliolisk is correct. Both surprisingly 108 speed. That's 188 speed. That's really funny. So yeah. So let's get into the team. So first up, we've got our Pelipper, Damp Rock, Drizzle. Same as last week. Fully Fizz Death, Scald, Hurricane, Roost, U-Turn. Surprisingly, can 1v1 Darm. Can stop Krook really clicking EQ and gets U-turn. Can 1v1 a Metagross-ish. If I burn it with Scald, then I can 1v1 the Metagross with Roost. Voltund, I just die. Blossom doesn't want to take a Hurricane and then a U-turn. It can Quiver Dance on me, but Hurricane, I got a chance to confuse it. Haunter, I can U-turn out. Kamala, I can burn it with Scald, although it doesn't work, does it? It can't get status, can it? Because of Comatose, always like it's asleep or something. So yeah, obviously with Rain, I'm going to need my Rain setter, so Pelipper was there, just in case I need it. Next up, we bring in Barraskewda for the first time this season, week 2. We didn't bring him last week, but he's here this week because he does so much damage in this matchup. In the Rain, everything gets 2-hit KO by Barraskewda. Either by Liquidation, or by Poison Jab, or by Crunch. So Darm doesn't take a Liquidation, Mega Arrow doesn't take a Liquidation. Kamoa, surprisingly, does take 2 Liquidations, but if I get my hazards up, then it doesn't. Primarina just dies to a Poison Jab, Entei dies to a Liquidation, Krook dies to Liquidation, Normal Metagross, I'm sorry, Probably would take a crunch, but it wouldn't want to take 2 liquidations. And if I thought it was weakness policy. Autotomize, I'd probably just click Liquidation. Belton doesn't take a Liquidation in the rain. Blossom doesn't really want to take a Poison Jab. Kamala doesn't want to take a Liquidation. And Haunter doesn't want to take a Liquidation either, or a Crunch, to be fair. Flip Turn's there for initiative in case I want to use it mid-game just to chip away at things, because its speed tier is really good. This is to outspeed 168. This is to outspeed Entei. I could have done it to outspeed Boltund, but I was sort of like, I'm going to get the rain up as much as possible. So this was just to outspeed Entei. If the rain's not up, I don't outspeed Boltund, which is really scary, which is why I did think I had more. I think I did run it to outspeed Boltund, but I remember being adamant. So I can't remember. I think this is wrong. I was definitely adamant for the game. I don't think I was outspeeding Boltund because I was adamant I was going to get the rain up. Roserade, again, Natural Cure, especially defensive this week. Toxic Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Spikes. Again, if I can set the Spikes up with this or Klefki, I can Leech Seed and just whittle things down. If I can, like I say, this game was all about just chipping away his team and then late game just destroying with Barrascuda or Mega Swamp. That was my game plan going into it. Like Leech Seed, I can Leech Seed something. It doesn't want to stay in because it's then just losing HP and I'm chipping down. I can Toxic things like the Komodo, the Primarina, the Blossom if it wants to start setting up Quiver Dances. This was a main like Blossom because I was 100%. I was like Blossom's coming because with Strength Sap, Quiver Dance plus possibly Sunny Day to get rid of my rain. Roserade just walls it completely and it gives me free spikes. Mega Swampert, again, this thing just went in. Late game, I gave it Rocks because I didn't really know what to put in as a fourth mood. I probably could have done Power Up Punch again for Darm, like I could bring it on Darm and just kill it Power Up Punch, it gets +1, or maybe even on Krook, maybe even Arrow if it was low enough. But I went with Rocks in the end because I was like, if I get 3 layers of Spikes up and Rocks up, that's pretty much game if he doesn't have removal. Waterfall, Earthquake, Ice Punch sort of just hit everything. Komodo, I didn't want to take an Ice Punch. Everything else, Waterfall, Earthquake just sort of dealt with. Ice Punch for Blossom as well. So yeah, Mega Swamp just went in. And then finally, Life Orb, Heliolisk, Dry Skin, In the Rain, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch. That's not Thunderbolt, I ran Thunder. I know I ran Thunder. Not Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hyper Voice, Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse was there for the Metagross. And that's pretty much about it. Everything else just sort of got hit by Hyper Voice or Thunder. The only thing with Hyper Voice is I couldn't hit, I think, no, is that Soundproof? I think, can I still hit Komodo with Hyper Voice? I never did. Spoiling the battle, I never used Heliolisk against the Komodo because it's a fighting type. But yeah, Heliolisk, the Thunderbolt switch, Hyper Voice, Dark Pulse, I can Bolt switch against the Komodo and just get the fuck out. And into something like Roserade is going to tank that close combat or whatever. But yeah, so that is the team, you guys. Let's get on with the battle. Alright then, you guys, so here's the battle. Like I said, post-com, all of these will, for the entire season will be post-com. I'll probably very rarely ever want to do a live sort of reaction to me playing because it's just awful and you guys don't want to see me when I'm trying to play because I'm just all over the place. So yeah, this against Max. If you want to check Max out, his links will be in the description if you want to see his side of the battle. As of recording, he hasn't actually uploaded it yet, but his week 1 battle is up as well, so definitely check him out. But yeah, so Primarina, Boltund, Galarian Darm, Aero, Komodo, Blossom. Pretty standard what I was expecting. When looking at this, I was sort of like, if that Aero doesn't have Defog, I just win. Did I go over Klefki in the team build? I think I skipped Klefki. Klefki is screens and play rough and spikes. Physically defensive for Komodo. I just literally skipped Klefki. Funny enough, it's my lead. Yeah, so I lead Klefki because I'm sort of like, let me just get up these hazards straight away. Because phone wallet mask keys. Be safe, everyone. So Amit was in here, Simon was in here as well. So yeah, so he leaded Boltund and I was sort of like, okay, he was expecting me to lead Pelipper. That's fine. I'm just going to click Spikes and see how much damage he wants to do with a Fire Fang. He does 51. That's scary. I don't actually know what item he was. He might have been Expert Bout. I go for the Reflect just because. And then I'm sort of just like, okay, I'm going to get my last 2 layers of spikes up while he tries to kill me. He then goes for Psychic Fangs to get rid of the screens, which I forgot that did that. So, fair play on his part. Klefki goes down, but I have 3 layers of spikes up. It's done its job. Okay, I don't have something to switch in against Komodo now. Although it wouldn't have taken a close combat too well. Anyway, so Psychic Fangs actually gets rid of it. I forgot that did that. But now I'm sort of just like, okay, so he's clearly just strong jaw, 4 attacks. He's probably expert bout or something. So I just go into Pelipper to get up my rain. I'm sort of like, he's going to click Thunder. He's just going to click Thunderfang here. Like, he's just going to do it. He's just going to click Thunderfang. I'm making a bold prediction quite early on. Getting my Mega Swamp against a Voltund, this is free as anything. So now I'm sort of just like, I'm going to click Rocks because he's going to expect me to click Earthquake. So he goes into his Blossom, I get my Rocks up. So now I've Rock Spikes, 3 layers of Spikes and Rocks up. So unless he goes Mega Aero, like, he's got a problem. So he actually reveals the Sunny Day and Blossom, which was a really nice bring on his part. So I go to Roserade on his Blossom because it just walls it. He then goes into Aero. I think I just went for the Toxic in case he was Quiver Dance. But now, of course, I've now got to figure out how I'm going to get my rain back up. Because the sun's up. So I just go back into Swampert because I'm like, I swallow a hit from this thing. Because I've got quite a lot of investment. So he goes for the Home Claw. So he's Toxic, but he's trying to set up on me. +1 Aerial Ace only does 54, which is absolutely hilarious. And then I just click Ice Punch in case he wanted to go back into Blossom, and I just destroy it. It's gone. Mega Arrow's gone. The sun's still up, which is kind of annoying. It allows him to go back into... Why he went back into Voltund, I don't know. There's like Psychic Fangs doesn't kill me. I'm a Mega Swampert. Like, I'm a thick boy. And he just sacks his Voltund. At this point, I'm like, okay, Mega Swampert's low. My late game now is Barrascuda. He goes into Darm, takes 50% from hazards, and then just kills me with Icicle Crash. And I'm like, fine, cool, whatever it is. I just go into Pelipper now and get my rain up. I can click Scald here and pretty much just destroy this thing. He clicks Icicle Crash, does over half, and flinches me. This really annoyed me. This annoyed me because at that point I was like, shit, what do I do? I was sort of like, I now need to just sack something. Blossom was still on the out there, so I was like, I don't want to sack Roserade. Komodo's still at full, so I didn't want to sack Pelipper in case I needed it. Wow, I do sack Pelipper. So I was sort of just like, shit, what do I do here? So I was like, I was just going to click Scald in case he missed the Icicle Crash. Like, I was kind of owed the miss since he flinched me. So he just stays in, he clicks it again and he hits it. That actually really annoyed me because a Scald just obliterated him and his Darm was gone. But I now go into Barrascuda, and I was sort of, at this point I was sort of just like, fuck it, let's just go all in with Barrascuda. He goes into Komodo, who takes 30% from hazards. Liquidation then does 41%. And that's GG. Funny enough, I hate to spoil it for you guys over the next 4 turns that you're about to see, but that's actually GG. Low 4 Barrascuda in the rain. I've got all the turns left. He goes into Primarina, takes loads of damage from Spikes and Rocks, doesn't take a Poison Jab from 64%. And yeah, that's game. I think he says GG at that point once Primarina goes down. Or well, he goes into Blossom, who once again takes so much damage from Spikes and Hazards. He says GG at that point because he knows I've got the Poison Jab. So I take him down with that. And then Darm actually lives on 1% after these hazards because he's 51%. But I outspeed because I'm Swift Swim in the rain. And we just click Flip Turn because I wanted to show off that I had it. And we pick up a really nice 3-0 win for week 2. GG's to Max. I think his big his mistake. He was in the Discord after. He says, "Oh, I threw when I didn't get rid of the hazards," and I was like, "Did you have defog?" And he was like, "No, I didn't." And I was like, "Well, you get destroyed by hazards, my guy. You need to bring defog on something. If you need to bring Kamala every week to click Rapid Spin, then that's what you need to do. If you need to bring defog on Mega Arrow, then you need to bring defog on Mega Arrow because hazards just destroy you. In a late game sweeper, you know, I was wow happy after this game because Barrascuda just went absolutely in, and it was just really cool to see." So yeah, so a +3 dub for week 2. So we are now 1-on-1 +2. So we're in the pluses for differential, which is nice. I always like to be plus differential no matter what my score is. So yeah, next week we are facing Murkit and his... Oh, there's something to do with Mudsdale. Kentucky Mudsdales, I think they're called. I haven't played that battle yet as of this recording. So, and that's going to be a late one for next week because we're not actually playing this week. We're playing early next week because he's working He's moving house all this week and was only around at the weekends. Well, I'm not around at the weekends, so we're playing early next week when hopefully he's all settled. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed, definitely make sure that like button down below for us. Show support towards the channel and the series. Check out Gray and the PTL in the description down below. You can check out Max as well, our opponent for this week, in the description as well. But with that being said, you guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!